Today's video is about Closer by Oh My Girl. For my outfit today, the small cloak part is part of the dress, it's not like a different thing, and also it was inspired by the lingerie skirts. I kept watching the music video and I had a hard time putting all the elements together because I had elements for my visual analysis but I didn't know how to tie them. I decided to read lyrics in English because surprisingly I had never looked up the lyrics in English. I was reading the last part of the song and suddenly I was like, oh my god, yes, it's a song about death. It's a song about grieving. So, at first I was like, okay, this is how I interpreted it. But then with this idea that it's a song about, somebody missing another person who's dead, and you're trying to reach them, but you can't because they're dead. I watched the music video again, I was like, oh my god, everything clicked. And I hate to break it, but there's literally a dead person in the music video. So Closer by Oh My Girl is a music video released in October 2015 and directed by Yooa. From stunning visuals, it depicts the journey of the member Yooa to the underworld, where she looks for the person she's missing. The music video is very enchanting and captivating, as the song, which is what people notice the most. The music video fascinates with its dreamlike appearance. It's the story of mourning, of a person longing for somebody who's not here anymore. So like I said, the song could be interpreted in other ways, but this is mine and the one that seems to have been used in this music video. So this analysis will dive into how the music video illustrates Yooa's journey to the underworld and the feeling of longing and of mourning. Before the member Yooa even starts her journey in the music video, the natural elements show us how life continues even if a person we love dies. From the beginning of the music video, some shots present us trees, plants, mushrooms, and even ants in the third shot. All the dancing shots take place in ruins, with plants growing from everywhere and covering the walls. These ruins are mainly white, with a soft light coming from the top and the left side of the shot, adding to the dreamlike aspect of the music video. The plants growing inside the building in ruins symbolize how even when something traumatic happens, whether it destroys a building or takes a life, nature still keeps growing. The world doesn't stop because a person dies, even though we personally feel like our own life just stopped. Life still goes on. Animals continue to live their lives. Plants keep growing. Nature is life, and life always takes over what got destroyed. Even if Oh My Girl is longing for the person who died, missing them, grieving, Earth still revolves around the sun, and water still follows the current. The main part of the music video, besides the dancing shots, consists of the travel of one member to the underworld. First, in a long shot, we can see her meeting a person wearing a red cloak and holding a lantern, a mysterious figure. The member Yooa is on the left side of the shot, wearing all white, while on the right appears the member Benny playing the mysterious figure. So my first thought seeing her was that maybe she's the Little Red Hood, but the next shots make it clear that it's not the case. In the next shots we can see Benny guiding Yooa through some kind of forest, also a corridor with broken mirrors, and finally arriving to their destination, a river. Those broken mirrors remind us that something terrible happened, leaving visible traces of the violence of the event. To show us the broken reflection of Benny is not a trivial decision. A reflection can mean many things, but in this instance, it really shows us Bini's otherworldly presence. She's not from the same space as Yooa. She's not alive but not quite dead either. She's in between, guiding people from one state to another, from one world to another. She's Caron. I'm gonna pronounce the French way, sorry. She's Caron, the ferryman of Hades in Greek and Roman mythology. Caron's job was to help the soul of the deceased to cross the Styx. Dead people had to pay him 1 obol to be able to cross the Styx in his boat. If the Caron of Closer doesn't actually take Yooa across the river, she guides her from the living world to the river and the boat, and then gives her her lamp. That way Yooa still has a guide in the form of light, and she still ends up crossing the river on a boat. As Caron guides Yooa, they never talk, adding to the supernatural aspect of it. There's no need for words. Yooa understands, trusts, and follows Bini. At the beginning of the journey, the light in the shots is bright, rays of light passing through the windows and coming down on the members. As she advances in her journey, the light becomes less and less until she arrives at the river. There, the sky is dark and full of clouds. It is clearly not as light as the first shots and the dance shots. As Yooa walks toward the underworld, light becomes dimmer. If Caron doesn't accompany her on the boat, Yooa still crosses the river on it, using the lamp to find the other side. In several mythologies, rivers separate the living from the dead, and crossing it is necessary to access the world of the dead after your death. Your soul not being able to cross it is more often than not a very bad sign and can involve a lot of suffering. In the Roman and Greek mythology, the Styx is the river marking the entry to the underworld, while in Japanese Buddhism, the river is called Sanzu River. In Hindu mythology, it's called Vaitarna. In ancient Mesopotamia, the river is called Hubur. And in the Nordic mythology, it is known under the name Gol. So it is very clear that rivers have a very deep connection to death throughout a lot of different cultures. The music video doesn't have to refer to a specific religion or philosophy for us to understand the meaning of the river visible in it. It holds the same meaning as the other rivers connected to death. It is a natural line between two worlds, between two states of being. While on the boat, Yooa meets a deer. So deer are one of the 10 symbols of longevity in Korea, which are the sun, mountains, stones, water, clouds, pine trees, aloxa plants, turtles, cranes, all of cranes, and then deer. In the music video, the deer is in the river, also between life and death. When Yooa sees her, she tries to reach for her. In the shot, the focus is on Yooa's back and arm trying to reach for the deer, while the animal is all blurry. Yooa looks at the deer and looks back, but she's unattainable. Death already occurred, which is why Yooa is traveling to the underworld, and so longevity is no longer available. After this encounter, Yooa finally arrives to some stairs in the middle of water, and the stairs lead to a big mirror. As the member goes up the stairs, fires on both sides of it lit up, and it makes all of it more solemn. Yooa is then in front of a mirror which she goes through as a white light appears on screen and represents the crossing. She's then on the other side. Like in Orpheus by Jean Cocteau, or in French, Orphée. The mirror here is a portal to the underworld. Mirrors reveal truth we cannot hide and show us aging. Sadly. Time bringing us closer to death. Positive stuff. So here the mirror finally allows Yooa to reach the underworld she's been looking for. As she looks at her reflection, she enters the world of the dead. After crossing the mirror, Yooa arrives on the set of the dancing shots, but this time the vegetation is denser and the other members are not here. Instead, there is an old car covered in moss and branches, with windows and several parts of it destroyed. And most importantly, inside the car is a corpse. A member, I can't recognize which one, I'm sorry, is indeed on the back seat of the car, covered by a white and light veil acting as a shroud. Just after the first shot introducing us to the dead person, who, I might add, seems to be in a very great shape for a corpse. I want to look dead like that. Another shot of the emplacement of the tape player brings us back to the beginning of the music video. The radio is actually gone, but in its place is a soft light. At the beginning of the music video, a similar shot makes it clear that the song Closer is actually coming from this ghost radio, and the camera does indeed bring us closer to it. This use of the ghost radio, since it's actually the empty space where it should be, also remind me once again of Orpheus by Jean Cocteau, in which Orpheus listened to the radio of Eurydice, which is the only radio able to pick up a specific frequency. And what Orpheus actually hears in the car is the ghost of a young and dead poet. And now I do wonder if the film was one of the inspiration for the music video. In a way, the radio is also a bridge to the dead and their voices, a way to connect with them. It's a bridge between us. Just after, in a close shot, the face of the dead person or member in the car is slightly visible through the veil. Her eyes are closed and she looks peaceful. She really looks like she's sleeping more than she's dead. Her death doesn't seem to have been a violent one. On the contrary, in another close shot, Yooa is shown at the window of the car, looking at the dead member and extending her hand slowly to reach the other one. But the shot ends before she actually touches the dead person. Her gesture is mirrored just after by the other members trying to reach for the golden apple. Yooa sees them and runs, trying to stop them from touching the apple, but she's the one coming in contact with it instead. We then witness all the members eating together around a big table, wearing other colors than white and smiling and laughing together. And at one point we even see Yooa putting on the wall the lantern that was given to her at the beginning of her journey, while smiling at another member. She's next to the person she was trying to reach, so she doesn't need the lantern anymore. But as soon as Yooa bites the apple, everything disappears. It was all an illusion, and even though in the car Yooa is next to the person she was trying to reach, her hand can never touch this person. Because the second she does, everything will crumble and disappear. It is death, and no matter how hard we try to reach for our loved ones, we can't. Death is a state we can't actually cross like a river. We can only grieve while looking at the stars, because dead people are like the stars, visible but unattainable, and no matter how much we run after them, we can never reverse death. We long for something we can never reach again. In one of the last shot, a high angle shot, Yooa's on the floor next to the apple. She wears a red tulle dress and red shoes. Usually the apple is the one being red, then symbolizing danger and, you know, being the forbidden fruit. But here, the apple is golden. To be honest, the use of red in this music video is the hardest thing I had to analyze, and I really had to think about it for like days and days and read the books about the symbolism of colors that I have. And if you have books like resources about the symbolism of colors in like Asia, all of Asia, in Africa, you know, everything that is not French, English, maybe Spanish and Italian, you know, German, this part of Europe, please tell me, give it to me, because I need it. Here red doesn't seem to have a bad meaning, since, you know, sometimes red can represent danger, like I said before. After reading the part dedicated to the color red in Korean culture from the exposition, The Colors in Korean Life and Culture, I came to the conclusion that in this music video, red is more about life and protection, as the person guiding Yooa at the beginning wears a red cloak for the end. So this person is not a danger, on the contrary, she's here to help Yooa. Yooa's red dress symbolizes how she's alive. In the shot, even though she's on the floor, she's not actually dead. Beating the apple broke the illusion that she had reached the dead person she was looking for, precisely because she's alive. Since she's not dead, she can't cross worlds for real. She can't access the person she's looking for because she's still in our world. She's still breathing. The last thing that I want to say is white is the most worn color in this music video. In the dancing shots, all the members wear the exact same outfit. A simple white top with a Peter Pan collar, paired with a simple white circle skirt. Their shoes are also white and they don't wear accessories, and their hair is loose. The complete white of the outfit and the overall simplicity of it is very effective at making the members appear ethereal. They match with the white lining in the music video, making them appear even more out of this world. The only time they do wear a little bit of color, except for red, is at the end of the music video when they all eat together. This use of color makes them appear completely alive, in contrast to the other shots. The dominating use of white makes this video look even more enchanting, and the white also reflects the purity of the girl's feelings in the quest for the person they are grieving. This is the end of my visual analysis of Closer by Oh My Girl, and it took me a very long time to make it. I had to do, to be honest, a lot of research compared to the Astro one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope, you know, I was able to give a nice new, I don't know, interpretation of this music video and make sure everybody can enjoy it again. I don't know, what should I say? Click the like button, subscribe. I don't... Actually, yes, please subscribe. I kind of want to feel like I'm not doing everything in the void. Cœur sur vous.